Hello?
Hello, can you hear?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Is
Right.
it live already?
It is.
Oh, so fast. Cool.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, let's start.
Oh, is Minnie coming?
Lily, I'm not sure.
I don't know. She
She didn't
didn't
reply
reply.
after that. Lily. It's okay, I think you just start, huh?
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay, so hi everyone. Thanks for coming today, attending info session at middle of the night. Anyway, before we start, right?
Oh, Lily's
Oh,
here.
Minnie is here.
Yeah, Minnie is here.
Yeah, hi Minnie. Okay, why you all mute? So weird. But okay lah. Okay, so before we start, just want to know, right? How many of you here gonna put NED or DNED as your first choice for your next co application later? Anyone? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Okay, I say first. I think I'll decide the priority after knowing what exactly the job scopes are and what are the expectations of each position now.
Okay. How about Jane? I can hear you, Jane. You're mute.
Same. I'll decide later.
Okay. Minnie?
See how
Sure, what a horrible
Funny,
question,
y'all.
Alvin.
No, I just want to see first, who's interested first. Okay,
Uh-huh.
never mind. So, so before we start, okay, do you guys have any question that you want us to answer first? Like, what do you want to know about the job scope? Or anything you guys want to know?
Everything.
Everything. Can you be more specific? Like, what kind of things you guys want to know?
You talk first, Alvin, then after that
Commitment
we'll do the
level.
Q&A.
Commitment level. Okay. Okay, so maybe I'll just tell you guys the job scope first lah for like NED and DNED. So like for NED and DNED, they are pretty similar role lah, basically. So I'll start with NED. So for NED, what NED does, what I normally do like in the council, because as you all know, like ICMS is like we have like 6 different countries. So one of my main duty is to communicate, be the main representative of Hong Kong Council, and then talk to the other council to coordinate stuff, to coordinate with like different initiative and also timeline. Let's say we have to finalize the recruitment timeline, then we have to have meeting with the other countries and then talk about it to come up with a consensus and stuff like that. And then the NED also have to oversee all the departments in Hong Kong, mainly, and also be the point of contact for different media, sponsors, everything. So technically, you're in charge of the whole Hong Kong Council, and then your duty is to make sure everyone is doing their job well, and then initiate some meetings, try to see how you can expand the council. And then for the NED, similar role, so it carries out all the duties like NED, assisting the NED, like that lah, right? Beijing, anything to add?
So technically, DNED just will when Alvin is not here, like for example, if Alvin is busy or something, or he goes on exchange, then the DNED steps up to fill in the roles of the NED, and then the DNED also provides like if the NED needs any help, then we just help. So it's like technically like a vice president. Yeah.
Yep. And most of the time, if I cannot attend the international meeting, then we should attend. Then should come back and discuss with me.
Yeah, so both of us go hand in hand, like very well together, and we like if Alvin is busy with something, then I'll just take over. Like for example, like more of the I take over more of the international exco stuff. Sometimes like for meetings and when Alvin cannot attend. Mm-hmm. Alvin, did you say anything about the exco level?
The exco level?
Yeah.
You mean what? The
like
exco
what
structure?
do we do in the exco level?
Oh, okay. I touch up a bit more like finalizing like the events detail. I mean like the timeline and everything, like something that affect all the different council, different countries. You know, or the timeline for your rotations, and maybe setting some rules and regulations, stuff like that. That every country must send their representative to discuss law. So this
Yeah.
is where in the international like meetings.
Mm-hmm.
So what else, Jing?
Okay, so like in the EXCO level, like the International Council, they have a lot of things that we need to standardize across countries. So for example, like the info sessions and then our induction program, all those have to be standardized across the countries. Not necessarily the program, but more of like the dates, like our recruitment dates and our interview dates. So the NED acts as the person of contact for the country. So of course, like we need someone to lead their own countries because they know, like we know Hong Kong better, right? So Alvin and I technically just are the point of contact for the International Council to make decisions for the Hong Kong Council.
Yeah, so anything related to Hong Kong, the NED and the DNED has the most power law. So like even the other council wouldn't have much said about our events law. So we're leading the country like general. So in terms of commitment level, right, like raised by Mimi, honestly, the commitment really depends on the difference, I think the timeline and stuff lah. So it really depends on whether you're organizing an event, like you're in the middle of planning an event or stuff. But in general, I think we have like international meeting every 2 weeks lah, right, Jing?
Yep.
Or
So
sometimes even more frequent lor, like every 1 week we have one meeting lor. Like when we just took over the Hong Kong Council, we have like pretty frequent meetings because there's so many things we need to standardize, we need to discuss with other countries and stuff. And so in terms of workload for NED and DNED, not too much for me lah, because Wei Jing has been very helpful lah. She has been helping me a lot lah with the international meeting and stuff. So I technically spend like 2-3 hours per week only lah, just to like look at if we have events, then I'll spend more lor, like just to check out different departments, make sure they are doing their job well, like that lah.
Yep. So like the NDD acts as a face of the Hong Kong Council as well. So of course, as a face of Hong Kong Council, you do not want your whole council to be to not be active, So like the NED and the DNED has to constantly keep track of like your directors, make sure everyone is doing their own job, everyone doing their own work. In terms of commitment level also, I would add on to that, like in the beginning of when you first take over, of course that it's more busy, you have to standardize a lot of things, you have to make sure your council goes in the right direction in the goals that you want it to be. But then, so that time we had weekly meetings, but after that when everything started to slow down, when there was not much work and everything has like settled down already, then we usually hold international meetings once a month or once in 2 months, depending on whether we need the meeting or not, and depending on whether we have exams or whether it's like the peak period for internships for jobs and stuff. And then for the next school level also, we have meetings based on whether we need it or not. Like during the project planning stage, we usually have meetings more often, and we usually have more workload than compared to the other periods of time, like during exams and stuff. So it's actually your workload is actually depending on when your projects are planned and when the council is most busy, which I would say is during summer, and when you first take over, and during this period when we hold the info sessions and we recruit new members. Yep.
So any more questions?
Like when you guys say that you have like international meetings, like what do you guys have to like standardize and stuff like that? What are the things that you guys need to discuss that requires your commitment every week?
Not every week. The every week one was when we were just taking over. So that time was succession planning. So it was when the predecessors told us about, like, just guide us through like what the council is like, and like what has to be standardized within the council. So we had meetings every week to just set our goals of the council. As the NED and as the main representatives of the country, you need to set goals for your own country. you need to go like, okay, by the end of this year, by the end of my term, I want the council to grow bigger, which is what me and Alvin said, right? Alvin and I.
Yeah.
We wanted the council to grow bigger. We wanted to increase our reach in Hong Kong, which we did. So like that is what you need to do in the beginning when you have every weekly meetings, is to standardize your goals and then let the international council know and make sure everything is well placed in the international level. And of course, like as the
Yeah.
NED, you have the duty to the NED and the DNED is also in the EXCO, so we have the duty to actually plan the goals of the whole international council as a in general. So Hong Kong, we have our own goals, and as the international council, we have our own goals as well. So that's what required our weekly meetings. Anything to add, Alvin?
Yeah, to add on to Jing's point, right? Basically, our sponsors, they all mainly transfer their money. I mean, they transfer all the money to like Malaysia account, right? And then the international council has to discuss how should we distribute the money. So we, as the Hong Kong council as a whole, we need to like apply from like discuss with the other countries. Or like let's say we need 10K for this year, and then we need to justify our reason, come up with a proposal and stuff like that, and then we'll discuss like see which country require more funds. So all these things we will work on together with other council lah.
Come with a general timeline, no?
Yeah, and also kind of general timeline, like what Jing says, like the goals, need to keep track of our goals, set our goals, and then have a reports daily, stuff like that. Like discuss about other council stuff. Like sometimes some associates are in our council also, like what's her name? Shit, I forgot. Yixin and Huiji, yeah, Shim and Huiji, they are from different council. Sometimes we need to discuss like how should we handle this kind of case and stuff like that. These are the minority stuff.
So basically, just handling the big picture of the whole council. So as the NED and DNE, I think I would expect you guys to have a big picture view, so you would know like where the council is going, what you want the council to achieve by the end, and just to see things in the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't. So the NED and the DNED doesn't really like have like very specific task for like the local council, like within Hong Kong itself, for example.
Specific task. And what do you mean by specific task? Because your task is to oversee all the departments mainly. You don't really maybe you don't involve too much, let's say taking up the CR role, like contacting the sponsor, but you need to be in the loop as well. You need to like monitor and to discuss with your CR director like how you should approach the sponsor and stuff. Or let's say for PDR, right? Maybe you're not the project director, but you need to make sure like the project runs well, the project idea is feasible and stuff like that. So you, in the end, you still have the final say among all your committees. Like what we did for HKCC, right, last year, this early this year. So Jack is about PDI, right, and I'm the NED. So both of us are the project director together. But for Jack, what we do is that we allocate our tasks more evenly. So Jack is more in charge of doing all the case condition, like the material the format everything related to the academic part. And then Jing and I are more focusing on the logistic part. So Jing and I are more focused on like finding hotels make sure the budget is setting good I mean, we need to talk about CR stuff find sponsors and judges. So it really depends like let's say if you become the NED or the NED, right, you need to discuss with your fellow directors see how much autonomy you want to give them For me, I'm pretty sure I give them a lot of freedoms They can decide whatever they want, and then as long as like it's agreed by the whole council. So for me, I don't really have a specific task
Yeah, it's depending on the way you lead the council. So for Alvin and I, the way we lead our council is that we prefer for the council to be more flat. So because the council is pretty small, so I'm pretty sure the flat structure was working well. And then we don't really make ourselves as the bosses of anything. It's more like Jack is a PDR director, so we give him a say in something, but in case anything happens, we are the ones who are supposed to come in and help out with anything that goes wrong.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions?
Okay, unmute your mics.
So like Like Alvina, how do you find your year as a NED?
My year, as in like my whole term, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so my whole year, I mean like 1 year of like being the NED for Hong Kong is pretty, let's say, pretty nice lah, right? Experiencing, I mean like the experience very enhancing, in the sense that I get to meet a lot of people like from different council, and at the same time, my planning skill, my leadership skill definitely improved. I learned how to more on like allocating better allocations of work law, and also like coordinating with different people, different, especially with different personality. Like in my council, there are a lot of people have their. I mean, I need like I need to use different approach lah in like talking to each one of them lah. To be honest, so this is what I learned so far lah, and also everything is so smooth that because my NED, my DNED is the best lah. She really like works with me hand in hand, make sure everything goes smooth. So yeah, lor, everything is very smooth. Right, Jing?
Hi.
No, I'm serious though. Like I've been pretty busy lah, to be honest, for this whole term. I didn't put too much on ICMS, and lucky not Jing lah. She spent most of the time like socializing with other council, help me attend the meetings and stuff. So everything is very smooth. Lor.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of things you can learn. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn because everyone on like the international level, they're all very talented people. So everyone has their own personalities. Everyone has their own style of leading. So through that, you just pick up like little things you learn from what they are doing, and you pick up these little things which really enhances you as a person by the end of your term. Yeah. Did that answer your question? Just unmute your mics.
Then like how do you manage to like juggle between your academics and your commitment here? As I mean, Alvin, I can refer to you since you are in the same university.
For me, let me see. I think it's actually depends. Actually, it's more on like time management, and also priority lor. So every time how I manage the time is depends on the priority. Let's say if ICMS has the urgent things that I need to attend, then I must definitely set some time for that lor. Like, and also it's more on like planning. You're gonna get busy within this time, then you make sure you get your job done before that lah. So it's more about like looking at the big picture. Like you need to know what when you're gonna be busy, when you need to spend more time for ICMS, or when you're gonna need more time on academic. So it's more about balancing lah. So what I did, I just did all the planning on like make sure that my staff and my ICMS staff and my academic won't clash too much lah. But obviously there was like certain clash sometimes lah. So you might need to really prioritize which one is more important, and most importantly, you make sure everyone in your council is doing their work well. So you don't have to take up too much of their job, then you require less time. Lor. Jing,
Yeah.
you have anything to add on?
Yeah, but know that in ICMS we want this to be a thing that you can be committed to. So we will not expect you to be always fully committed to it, especially during your exams. So actually during exam period we have a break called we call it a break. So it's like 1 month of nothing at all. We have no meetings, and then we have no we do talk, like we still maintain accountability. That's like we still tell people like, okay, we're having exams now, so if I cannot do any work during this period to this period because I'm having exams, I need to study. So we block off the dates. And in SMS we are totally understanding in it. I guess because everyone is a student, so everyone understands like how important it is, like your studies is most important. So it doesn't really affect because during the exam period, as long as we stay accountable, we tell them that we want to block these dates off, people are generally very understanding. Yeah, so it won't get in the way of your studies. And I feel like by taking on this role, I become better at my time management skills. Like before, I would say like before I took on the role and after I took on the role, my time, I would have the same time to study. same amount of time to study, because once you like, it's really like if you take it, I'm pretty sure like if some of you guys have held a leadership position, you will understand. It's when you take on a leadership position, you will feel that you can manage your time better, and your it's more productive lah. Your day will be more productive. So it's a
Yeah,
matter of how
to
you organize your schedule. But I
yeah,
wouldn't
to
say
add
it will
on
get in the way
to
too much.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, to add on to Jing's point, right? Basically, like being the NED, DNED, right, and also the whole Hong Kong Council. One good thing is that, we can decide when we want to organize our event, right? When to plan our events, when to work on our events and all the execution part. Because one good thing about Hong Kong is that everyone having the similar time during the exam period. So normally during that exam period, like midterm or finals or weeks before that, we wouldn't do anything long. We will be like, okay, we make sure everything is done before that day, or maybe we'll do it after that exam period. So in the sense that HKCC or any other events that we planned this year, nothing really affect our studies because we all know that exam is coming, so we need to reserve some time for our studies So it's really really flexible if you join the council, because everything. I mean, the international wouldn't have much said about your timeline, like when you're going to plan your events. So it's really up to your whole council to decide. So I don't think there's much of yeah. Yeah. Any more questions, guys? Jane, you got anything to ask? You've been very quiet.
Yeah, what are your expectations to the new NED or DNED? Like, what do you expect?
Expectation.
Or what do you think we should have as a quality to become NED or DNED?
That question. Okay. Okay, I think I don't. Jane, any ideas?
Okay.
The quality of the person.
Okay, first I would say, since you are the leader, you're leading the council and you're the face of the council, I would say, I would need someone. I would expect the next NED and DNED to be very critical, because sometimes when your director says something or when the international council says something, you need to have your own say. You need to know how to think things in a critical way. I would say ICMS is not like any other club where there are people helping you, there are people guiding you through things. And now, since we have just expanded to 6 countries, a lot of things in the international council is pretty shaky. Like the structure, we are setting it up, but like a lot of things are pretty shaky. So there might be new things coming up. So you have to be very critical about it. When someone suggests something, you need to know whether it's good for your council or not. You have to take into consideration the international council as well as your Hong Kong council. So to be critical in that way, to have a broad view. Okay. Second is to be accountable. I told that to my SD info session as well. Like Jane heard it. So I think the most important part of ICMS is to be accountable, because everyone is doing this out of free will. No one is paid doing this. So I know we understand that you have many other commitments like studies and your exams, and of course like Hong Kong stress is there. But as long as you maintain accountability, you let your directors know, you let the international council know that you will not be free during what period, that you might lose contact during what period, then I think should be fine. The worst thing that could happen is that, like, especially as an NED and DNED, if you're supposed to lead the council, you're supposed to lead your directors, and you go missing yourself, so the whole council will go into a mess, and that's not what we want to see in an NED or DNED. Right? Anything add on?
Yeah, exactly what Jing said. But I think one important thing is being responsible. If you are the NED or the NED, you took up the role already, you have to make sure you've done your job well, properly, and make sure everyone is doing their job as well. At the same time, you need to initiate a lot of things. Because as what Jing said, this is like a free will thing, right? You are not paid for anything. So not everyone might be as committed as you, or maybe as not committed at all. So you really need to initiate a lot of like meetings. You need to like constantly go back to people and ask, hey, how's the progress of this and that, So you must be accountable for all the things lah, mainly. Yeah. So what I actually expect the next council, right, to do is, this year we set a goal is to expand our council, to grow larger, to reach more people, which we did. So what we expect next year is more on like the same thing. We hope the council can grow bigger, can organize more events, establish a stronger presence in Hong Kong lah. So and of course it's feel free for the rest of the goals and like direction is of course it's up to the next council to decide lah. Anything else?
Apart from like the induction and also the HKCC, right, as well as the new events, then what other events do we normally do? Like, is there any event that like as a JA we're not exposed to yet? Like, cause I mean as a JA, that's the only 3 things that I know about. No?
Are you referring to Hong Kong Council only or like the whole,
As
like
in,
the whole ICMS or what?
as in related to us or
To us as in
the
ICMS?
Hong Kong.
ICMS Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So you mean, sorry, if I'm not mistaken, your question is, besides HKCC, induction, and what else? New event, right?
Yeah,
What else you guys can do with it?
like what else do we need to be accountable for? Like, do we have to like help organize like events in Malaysia during summer or like
Oh,
stuff like that? Yeah.
okay. So, being associates or even like national executive director or even as core, you are actually recommended to help out the events hosted by the OpCore. Like host our main flagship event like MPPC, the Malaysian Public Policy Competitions, the Industry Insights, GPS, Industry Insight, and ISH, Industry Sector Hub. All these main flagship events. So as not just like the ExCo, being the associate, you need to like try your best to help out lah. Because you guys will be assigned to one of these tasks or events soon lah, after we elect the
No, I don't think so
ExCo.
anymore, Alvin.
They change the plan?
I think they're doing DCD.
Sorry?
Yeah, because before this, like, all the NEDs, we were in charge of one. We were supposed to be the point of contact for one flagship event. But I think now the plan is to change it to the DCED. The DCED is actually in charge of the whole flagship events.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about the NED in charging of this event. I'm talking about like, even you are an associate, you need to help out during the summer, to help organize these flagship events. Like, I don't care whether you are like the NED or you're like a CPI director or something like that. I mean, a CPS director or associate, you still need to like, help out lah. So you'll be assigned to different events lor, to help the OpCo and other associates.
No,
Right,
really,
Jing?
No.
No?
When you're holding a director's position, you don't need to help out in the event. Only the associates.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so like the directors are not supposed to hold a dual position. We're not supposed to hold not supposed to help out in the flagship events like officially. We send our associates to help out in the flagship events. For example, like some of them do marketing, some of them are in the content team and stuff for the flagship events. But the directors are not supposed to do that. Like directors have their own jobs to do, like they have their own roles in the whole council to do. But then the thing is, of course, as the NEXCO, we are encouraged to show support to our fellow to the international council, and it's a flagship event, so it involves all of us. So if the directors are free, then usually we will go back and help out as well.
Yep.
So flagship events involve all ICMS, like all around the world.
Yep. So it's actually I think if there's this OpCo info sessions, if you guys are interested in the flagship events. So what the OpCo does is that they are in charge, they are the project directors of each flagship event. So let's break it down to MPPC. MPPC has a project director and they have 2 deputy project directors. So within these project directors, there are several like departments like the marketing department, the content department, and within the marketing department, they will choose they will get associates from all around the world to help out in that the department, and of course they will work together like, as long as the associates they are willing to join meetings and help out in the event. Yeah. But we won't make directors help out in the like join these kind of departments, because directors they have their own roles to do as well, and we don't want to tire them out too much.
Then how is the application process like for like both of these positions?
The OPCO, okay, the applications will open simultaneously on the 27th, and I'm correct, right? 27. So
Correct.
yeah, on the 27th. So it's going to open, and you can apply for the NEXCO role, or you can apply for the OPCO. The OPCO you can choose whether you want to go for which flagship event.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So if you apply for the NEXCO, you can choose to apply for the EXCO as well, depending. So like if you have attended the EXCO info sessions, it's when you be an EXCO and you choose to be an EXCO, then you'll be a dual portfolio. It's going to be a dual portfolio. So you're going to be a representative in the International Council and as well as the Hong Kong Council.
Structure?
Yeah, it's a very brief overview.
But once we apply for NEXCO, we can't apply for OPCO, right?
I think you can apply for both. I think we're opening it up for both. So you can choose to apply for OPCO and NEXCO. But you can't hold dual portfolios there, you know. So you can apply, but you only get chosen to be one.
Oh,
Yeah. If you are a NEXCO, you cannot be an OPCO because it's two roles.
Are you guys aware of the structure? Like EXCO and NEXCO, what's the difference?
NEXCO is for Hong Kong, EXCO is for international.
Yeah. Remember I've been explaining this in like induction so many times already. I'm not too sure whether you guys get it now.
Get it?
But anyone of you like interested to join the EXCO?
No.
Is anyone in Hong Kong, like in the Hong Kong Council, in the EXCO?
No. You can. We have as many as possible. Just that the Hong Kong Council, if I'm not mistaken, we cannot be the CED and DCED. We cannot join the CED or DCED, but we can do any other portfolios. So you can be the EOP Exco, you can be the IAP Exco. Totally up to you.
I mean,
Like how many?
currently holding the position of
None. Only Alvin and I. We are not divisional directors.
Huh?
We don't have divisional directors. Divisional directors as in like the Exco division director.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, because Hong Kong is so small, is it?
No, just no one applied. Yeah. Just that no one applied. I mean, if you guys are interested, you guys can apply.
What
I
is
think
like
the DECB.
specifically like what do they do?
Sorry?
Like EXCO people.
The Exco.
Yeah.
Each different Exco has a different role. So we have our Exco is divided into the CED, the Chief Executive Director, and the DCED, which both of them are chosen among all 6 NEDs. Okay. So once you're chosen, there's one person from the representative of 6 NEDs, and from there are the divisional directors. Divisional directors is like one lead from 6 EOP and one lead from 6 IAP, sort of like that. You get what I mean? So each divisional directors have their own specific roles. So for like example, the head of the SD, which is the divisional director of the SD in the EXCO level, they have their own SD jobs on top of our normal SD portfolios. Mhm. Anything else? You guys have
So
any
anyone
questions,
interested
you
in
can
EXCO?
like ask us on Facebook.
How's the selection process?
Give me a minute, yeah.
the selection process for Nexco, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the whole application, you just need to indicate your preference, like what kind of role you want to take up, and then what positions. And I think it requires some essay writing, right, Jing? If I'm not mistaken.
I think we haven't said that yet.
I
Yeah, I
think
think
you
we
need,
need
right,
to.
this time.
I think we do. We do. The SE is in
Yeah,
charge of
I think
it.
just a brief. Yeah, I think it's just a brief essay lah. Like why do you want to why do you choose this portfolio but not this portfolio, something like that lah. Just a very brief one for us to understand more
Yeah.
about you lah. And then it's the whole selection is mainly on the interview lah, your performance interview lah. Whether we will assess whether you're suitable for this role lah. And then who will be interviewing you will be like the respective directors lor, and also some other directors lor.
Depending.
Actually depending on the time slot lah.
Mm-hmm. And then we will. I mean, beside when you choose to be an exco, you can choose whether you want to be an exco as well. So the form has not been designed yet. It's designed by the exco SD. So that one we can't tell much. You just see when the application opens.
So if like sort of we need to list 3 choices, right? Then we go through
We're
one
not sure yet.
go through one interview or 3 interviews.
Only one. Only one. Only one.
A good question, Ray.
So
Only one,
after
only
one,
one.
after one they allocate you, like the 5th council, yeah, like you all will allocate us. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the basic
Oh yeah, I forgot.
structure.
The selection is not just based on your interview, it's also based on your performance during all these events like your inductions, your all the project you are being assigned ISH as well. So everything will be taken into account lor. So we will see which role suits you better. That's why you guys need to tell me which role you guys are interested in first, so I can roughly assess your performance.
ISH.
Yeah, you
Remember
guys
your
did
induction,
ISH.
your pre-induction, your ISH induction?
Oh,
So either ISH is the inside hub thing, right?
Yeah, industry
Yes.
inside hub.
oh, it's fun.
Oh. How do you assess from
Industry
that?
sector hub.
Yeah,
We
how,
have
how
a-
do
We have
How do you
our
attend?
ways.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Because it's like the mentors are like not you guys.
We have
No,
our
we
ways.
have yeah, no, we can kind of bit lah. We have a bit like a feedback form lah. We can look at the feedback one from each one.
We have a lot. The international council works very well with each other, so we talk quite a bit.
Any more questions, guys?
No more lah. If got, then we post in the Facebook chat lor.
Yeah, if you want to ask Alvin out for the chat, also can.
Hey, actually, Alvin,
Ah,
when I sign up for this thing that time, I also put I'm interested in FD. Then how come like there's no chat like I'm included in FD?
But FT session yesterday, oh,
wait,
Yeah,
what? You sign up as SD, but you're not FT or SD?
FD.
And then
Were you?
you're.
I thought I clicked 3.
Let me search.
wait, let
Let
me
me
check.
see.
Then in the end, like I only have like the NED group chat.
That's all? Really?
Yeah.
Let me check. Give me a second.
Then I was like, is it like only one that I can join?
Oh no. Oh yeah, you did. And you did FT and CR.
Yeah.
And then they put you. Oh, you only put yes for one. Oh, I think it's because you put yes on it, you didn't put like which session you can attend. So I assume the FD and CR director thinks that you can only attend NED and DND sessions. Never mind lor. If that's the case, right, you can actually contact Zirui and Meng Xiang. You can ask them to give you a brief overview lah, like what's their main duty and stuff, and then you can ask them question lor. So no
Never mind, I'll
worries
just
one.
get Jury and Ming Xiang to add you into the group chat.
they
And then you
didn't.
can talk to them lah.
Zuri and
Because
Wing Xiang only added.
whole-
Zuri and Wing Xiang only added those that can attend, because in the group there's only me and another one, I don't know who. Let me check. Cause I asked, is that all? Then they say, we only added those who can attend.
But I cannot attend meh?
I don't know.
I think they
Because
were confused.
the whole form they didn't write that which one you can attend. That we just stated like, can you attend? They didn't specify like which one you can attend. So I just put yes.
Abby also attended, right?
Hmm?
Huh?
I
I
couldn't
attended.
yesterday because I had to do my pitching for the case because it was due today morning. Then our group discussion went slow yesterday.
It's okay. I'll just ask them to add you guys in, and then they can probably arrange another info session or something. You guys will
Yeah.
discuss in the group lah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I can give you guys a brief overview lah. What you guys want to know about CR?
No. Let them do it, Alvin.
Sure. Ah.
Yeah. Let them do it.
Okay.
So anything you guys just ask us on the Facebook chat lah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everyone.
Bye.
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 Enjoy your holiday.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Bye.
exchange. Alvin, happy exchange.
Huh? Oh, thanks.
Enjoy Hawaii.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Bye
I'll
bye.
try to remember you guys. Bye. Anything,
Bye.
just ask us on Facebook. Okay. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.